So I know it's been a long time, but I'm back, and I want to talk about OCD and relationships. Um, and basically just some things that I learned that hopefully can help other people on how to maintain and create some healthy dynamics in a relationship when one partner has OCD. Um, so basically, on my blog, I indicated that I was married and I got divorced in March of this year, and I believe that the OCD was definitely a big player in the building and destruction of that relationship. Basically, my ex-husband was extremely supportive, patient, compassionate, understanding of my OCD, and that was very helpful, and I think that's a huge thing because people with OCD have a hard time showing compassion to themselves a lot. So if you can find a partner, or if your partner understands that and can show you a little bit more support than you're able to give yourself, that can go a long way. On the other hand, he was so focused on me and like having me get better and my OCD get better. Our relationship became really one-sided and imbalanced. And then because of that, our communication really started to suffer because we were always talking about me and my OCD, and it just became the focus um, of our relationship. And whenever I tried to sort of bring it back to him, talk about him a little bit, it didn't go very well, and he was very emotionally distant. And that's a thing, I think communication and being open is so important, and we just did not have that. Um, it was more like I was open all the time as much as I could be about what was going on, especially with the OCD stuff. That's pretty much what I talked about. And he was just closed off. That also contributed to the imbalance of things. Also, I really got with him not so much out of love, but out of need. Um, I really felt like I needed someone to take care of me, and that I just needed someone that could tolerate me. And so we had more of a friend dynamic, I think. There wasn't like a true love situation going on. And basically, once I kind of learned that, I decided I didn't want that anymore. I actually wanted to find someone that I was in love with. So I think we were just on different pages. I don't know. I can't speak for that individual. I don't know how he felt about things now looking back, but it's definitely important to be on the same page. I started dating since then, a little bit. I'm single now, but I was dating a little bit, and it was really hard to bring up OCD because it was scary, and I thought people were going to judge me, and like I didn't want them to see my quirks and stuff. And then when I would have like a moment and compulse, and they saw it, I felt like, oh my god, like they're gonna think I'm crazy, and I just worried that they were judging me, and because of that, I judged myself really harsh, and I just hated it. And I get so angry, and that's a huge thing that I learned is that like that all that suffering I did was extra, like because a lot of times with the person I was dating, they didn't even notice it. They thought I was just being weird or quirky, or like they didn't even see it, and so I was making a way bigger deal than it needed to be. Um, so I think I think next time I just need to kind of calm down and like give myself a break, because it just did not have to be as big a deal as I was making it. Um, and then, also it's the extra suffering and self anger. I've talked about that before. It's kind of like when you stub your toe, and then you feel it searing pain, and you can either just be like, man, that sucked, but whatever, and move on, or you can just hop around on one foot and scream and like hit the wall and just swear and just add on all the extra suffering that didn't need to be there and make yourself angry for the whole morning. Like you just don't have to do that. Um, the other thing I learned is that people do want to help. Um, the people I was dating they were getting kind of upset because I wouldn't really let them in. I sort of closed off, and I was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. It's embarrassing, and blah. And while they were respectful of my boundaries, which was good, people do want to kind of be there and they want to help. It's kind of like, I heard this in therapy, like, imagine your little kid self, and imagine your little kid self is crying because they have OCD and they're so angry at themselves over it. Like, would you give them a hug and be like, it's okay, like, it's gonna be fine, we'll figure it out? Or would you be like, wow, you're so stupid and I hate you and you're awful? Like, well, if you're not an asshole, like, obviously you wouldn't do that and you would be supportive. And most people, hopefully, are not super assholes, and they want to be there, And so I think next time for me, I learned that I don't need to like assume people think of me the way I think of me. It's kind of don't project your emotions onto somebody else and don't hold them to this preconceived template, I hope that makes sense. And just also remember that, some days are going to suck. Take it in stride. Um, Also, if you have OCD, remember that it's not easy for your partner either. Like, if you both of you can remember to show each other compassion, understand that it's not easy for either one of you, that will go a long way. And also remember that there's a world out there. It's so easy to get both people so focused on the OCD and get so trapped in it and stuck. But even if you have those little moments just where you do have a little bit of fun, or you get out, or you see a movie together, or cook, or whatever, just remember that there is a world out there, and don't get too trapped. The other thing is that sometimes that support can be confused with enabling. So the thing is, you don't always want to, like, for a long time, I was sort of using my ex as a crutch. Like, I would make him part of my rituals, and I would have him do things for me that I was afraid to do. And well, I think it's okay to do that just like a little bit on a couple things, like just kind of watch it, because you don't want to have the person that's supporting you, like, kind of become a little bit obsessive and compulsive with you. Um, so there's like a fine line. I don't know if it's like tough love exactly, but it's like some days you are going to be independent in dealing with this stuff. Some days you'll have a little support. So again, just kind of take it in stride. And I guess aside from that, just take care of yourself in other ways. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Don't judge each other too harshly. Just remember your physical health, your other aspects of your mental health, and sleeping and enjoying, good food and stuff like that. It's easy to get obsessive about having OCD, I guess. And so, yeah, just take it in stride. And then if you are single right now, just get what you can out of being single. Learn about yourself right now. And then if you are dating somebody, then, learn how to be in a relationship with that. And I firmly believe, like, relationships are definitely the places you want to go to learn about your issues fast, because I definitely saw mine pretty quick. So, yeah, it's very possible to have an extremely healthy relationship with someone having OCD or both parties having different disorders, whatever. And remember, too, that, like, it's not that it's the person with OCD and then the healthy person. Like, no one is issueless. So, in my case, I thought, wow, I'm totally fucked up, and the person I'm with is so normal. It's not true. Everybody has, like, cards that they're dealt, and all of our stories are different. So, just keep that in mind. And, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, just take it one day at a time, okay? Stay strong.